Hello, I'm Frank Sanders, Senior Technical Fellow at the Institute for Telecommunication Sciences in Boulder, Colorado. We're a laboratory of the National Telecommunications and Information Administration in the U.S. Department of Commerce. We're producing a series of talks for the U.S. Antarctic program on the operation, maintenance, and troubleshooting of radio systems with a particular emphasis on operations at the McMurdo and South Pole stations. In this series of talks, we're going to cover the following topics. What are the radio systems that are operating in Antarctica, and on what frequencies, and in which bands? We're going to talk about spectral use at McMurdo versus at the pole. We're going to talk about spectrum analyzers and how to use them, including how sensitive they are, how to set detector modes, and how to select proper bandwidths. We're going to do a quick walkthrough of noise figure and gain in radio receivers, and as part of that, we're going to do a demonstration where we'll try to show why more gain isn't more better in a radio receiver. We're going to talk about RF filters for transmitters and for receivers, and we're going to discuss the critical importance of having good filtering on both commercial systems and on scientific systems that people custom build. We're going to talk about troubleshooting RF interference problems, starting with, is the problem with the system really in the RF? Is it really a radio interference problem? And if so, is it with a transmitter or is it with a receiver that the problem is occurring? We're also going to talk about mixing products and rusty bolts and that sort of thing. We'll discuss staying grounded in Antarctica. We'll talk about both power grounds and grounds for equipment that's installed in racks, radio systems and scientific instrumentation, including best practices for that, how to avoid trouble with grounding. We're going to discuss conducted and radiated electromagnetic interference, EMI, including for power conditioning purposes and wind turbines. And we're going to discuss, last but not least, some miscellaneous topics including software-defined radios versus spectrum analyzers versus low-cost digitizers for doing spectrum measurements. And we'll talk about proper installation and maintenance of radio hardware, including RF lines and connectors. We're excited to do this series of talks, and we're excited to have you watch them. Thank you.